Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Sarah's Vegan Kitchen. I hope you're doing well. Let me know how you've been holding up in the comments. I have another what I eat in a day vlog for you today. I think the theme is going to be comfort food. I have a couple recipes I'm excited to share with you. I'm going to try my best to get them up on the blog as well and link them down below in case you want to reference that. Trying to be better about actually updating my blog moving forward. Trade Coffee is sponsoring today's video, so we're going to do a little bit of a coffee taste test shortly, but I wanted to get started with breakfast. I have been getting such a late start to my days. I'm trying to shift my eating schedule to earlier just so I can, grasp on to some sense of normalcy again. I was actually craving a vegan omelet. Typically when I make a vegan omelet, I use a mixture of tofu and chickpea flour. Unfortunately, I have not been able to find tofu anywhere for the past couple weeks. It's just been sold out. And I'm not the biggest fan of vegan omelet recipes that use just chickpea flour. So I figured in the same vein, we're gonna be making a hash brown omelet. And by that I just mean I'm gonna make round hash browns and put vegetables on top of them and fold it over. The point here is just I wanted something really comforting and filling that also happens to have a lot of vegetables in it. Haven't been the best about getting in my vegetables. So I'm actually gonna be making the hash browns from scratch, which I don't think I've ever done, at least not successfully, but I bought a 10-pound bag of potatoes. So why not try? So I'm gonna give them a peel. I really don't like potato skins, so I'm not entirely sure how much these are gonna cook down when I'm frying them. So I don't know, I'm just starting with 2 potatoes. Hopefully that's enough. Now, of course, you can just grate these by hand. I'm gonna use my food processor. I'm gonna cut them up a little bit just so that they fit in my food processor chute. And I've got the shredding attachment on here. Here we go. Okay. So if you can see what I mean, this leaves the shreds kind of on the thicker side. Kind of like the thickness of grated cheese you get in a bag at the store. I prefer that for hash browns because it's kind of how frozen hash browns come. Okay, I got a bowl of cold water here. I'm gonna transfer our potatoes to that. And just let them soak for a couple minutes to rinse off the excess starch. I mean, if you're gonna cook these right away, you could probably skip this step, but from what I understand, I'm no food scientist. If you rinse off the extra starch, it just helps prevent the potatoes from getting too dark brown when you're cooking them, from burning too fast. But also if you're preparing the potatoes ahead of time, it'll prevent them from oxidizing. So I'm gonna let these sit for a couple minutes. I prepped some vegetables here. Got bell pepper, some diced up zucchini, got a green onion, and I've also got some baby spinach. I'm gonna try to pack as much of this in here as possible. I know it cooks down so much. Gonna give this a rough chop, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and saute all of these together first, and then I'm gonna set them aside and make our potatoes. Actually, let's add a clove of garlic as well. Gonna saute this. So I'm sauteing the veggies in the background. I rinsed my shredded potatoes and I squeezed out as much of the excess liquid as I could using this big nut milk bag. I've got a clean kitchen towel here. I'm just trying to blot off as much excess liquid as possible so that they can get nice and crispy in our pan. I'm gonna let these sit out and dry just a couple minutes. Heating up some olive oil. So these have been steaming. I gave them 7 minutes. And I'm gonna push them down. Make sure they're sticking together. I'm gonna give it a peek just to make sure it's round enough.
Can I come in here?
Yeah, why?
Just want to see what's going on.
I don't think I'm going to be able to successfully flip this, but I'm filming it just in case I do.
I'll move out of the way a little more.
I think it's going to break.
You got it. That's pretty good.
I decided to just leave them as pancakes instead of folding them over into omelets. One of them is considerably more aesthetically appealing than the other. I really destroyed mine. We put a little bit of Daya cheddar on them too. We're taste testing them. Oh, I forgot to mention, I was traumatized because I found multiple bugs in the spinach. So I picked it out and I added kale instead. And crispy.
You really did it.
Now think of how much better they'd be if I put in like a fourth a cup of butter.
I think they're pretty good. I'm gonna go hot sauce these up.
Just finished breakfast. It was so good. I freaking love potatoes. I always forget how good they are, and I just always need to have them in the house. They're just so affordable and delicious. So I wanted to take a few moments to talk about the sponsor of today's video. I'm really stoked about. I'm working with Trade Coffee. I have worked with them before in the past. Go on their website and they help you discover new coffee from the nation's top roasters. You take a quick quiz. They ask you how you prepare your coffee. You know, if you use a French press, pour over cone, coffee machine. They ask if you have any preference for a specific roast. So I tend to go for dark roast coffees. I'll do some medium too sometimes, but dark is definitely my preference. They ask if you take it with cream or sugar, and then there's a few other questions, but based on your responses, they curate matches specifically for you. Then they get delivered straight to your door. You get to decide how frequently you want them delivered, and then you try them out, you rate them, and then based on your ratings, they adjust their recommendations for you. They actually sent me 3 different coffees to try this time around. I've been holding on to them for this video because I want to do a little taste test. If you're interested in trying out Trade, they're running a deal right now. So the first 100 people who sign up using the link down below will get 30% off their first box. That includes free shipping. It's super cool. So I want to show you the ones that they sent me. The first one they sent me here is by Atomic Coffee Roasters. It's the Black Velvet Dark Roast. Second one is the Amsterdam Blend by Joe Coffee. This one says it has tasting notes of dark chocolate, walnut, and molasses, which sounds so good. And this is a coffee roaster in New York City. And then the last one they sent me is by Spy House. I've had coffee from them before. This is the Bold and Beautiful blend. And let's see, tasting notes are baker's chocolate, black walnut, and creme brulee. And all of these are whole bean because I do have my own grinder. Okay, y'all, we're all stuck at home. I figure why not do a little coffee taste test? Right? I'm gonna try to get Eric in on this too because he likes coffee, but not nearly as much as I do. Like, basically he'll drink it if I make it for him. Start with this one. So I brewed the same volume of each blend, and then I kept it very scientific. I actually measured out for each 2 tablespoons of oat milk and half a teaspoon of sugar. So the playing field is completely leveled. Okay, let's do this one first.
Okay.
You go first.
Let's drink it at the same time.
What? Smooth.
Quite.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get like a bitter chocolatiness.
Okay. Moving on. I like the smell of this one a little better, I must say.
Definitely different. Do you get hints of dark chocolate, walnut, and molasses?
I do get the molasses. Okay, the last one.
This one tastes sweeter.
Yeah?
And earthier. Full body, rich, spicy, earthy!
Baby!
Yes! I'm a coffee connoisseur. And I almost said velvety too.
Velvety.
I literally almost said it. This is my favorite one.
Wow.
Is it sweeter? They're all sweet in the same way, you said.
This one and this one are my favorite.
Yeah.
This one's good though. They're all good. Alright.
Am I annoying you?
Yeah.
A little.
Go work out. Here to do a little lunch check-in. I've been doing work since I last spoke to you.
Also, the lighting's really bad. It's very gloomy outside, kind of a bummer, but I'm eating right out of the Tupperware because no one wants to do extra dishes now. A pasta salad that I made yesterday. I got back from a run and I was just fiending for carbs, so I made a big pasta salad, and I'm going to insert some overlay footage here and just kind of explain what went into it. First off, I made a cashew Caesar dressing. I will have the recipe linked for that down below. So for that, I take a cup of soaked raw cashews, throw that in the blender along with a little bit of white miso paste to make it savory, heaping tablespoon of capers with the brine, good amount of fresh lemon juice, big spoonful of spicy brown mustard. You can use Dijon. I just like spicy brown better. Lots of salt and pepper. I think that's it. A little bit of extra water, of course. Blend it all into a smooth dressing. It's so good. I made extra so I could have some leftovers. Cooked up an entire box of the jovial, gluten-free, I think it's brown rice pasta. I have the penne shape. Cooked it a little bit al dente, which is what I like to, well, it's what I always like to do, but especially for pasta salads, I do even just shy of al dente because leftovers end up soaking up the extra dressing and becoming a little softer. So diced up some red bell peppers, chopped up some Kalamata olives, have some green onions in here, and a little bit of parsley. I think that's about it. It's so good. It reminds me a lot of a pasta salad my dad used to make pretty often growing up, when I was growing up, not when he was growing up. Well, maybe he made it when he was growing up, but I don't have that information, but he used to make it. It was very similar. It had the peppers and the olives, but he also put like chunks of salami and cheese, I think, maybe provolone, I don't remember. But these flavors make me nostalgic for that reason. So this is my lunch. I'll check back in with you for dinner.
All right, welcome back. We're about to make dinner. I'm drinking some white wine that we bought the other day to make a pasta dish. We're making tomato soup and grilled cheese for dinner. We just wanted something really cozy and delicious and carb heavy. So I usually make my tomato soup with, I was gonna say real tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, and I usually roast them, but couldn't find real tomatoes. So I'm using canned. I've got diced, you can use stewed, crushed, whatever. I should have the recipe on my blog linked down below by the time you're seeing this also. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use 3 cans or 2, so I'll update you on that. We've got a whole onion that I diced up, lots and lots of garlic, a little bit of carrot. I use these chicken bouillon cubes in like pretty much every video. They should definitely sponsor me. This is a staple. We've got some plant butter, country crock. I feel like you have to make tomato soup with butter and cream, am I right? Then I'm gonna use bay leaves, a little bit of dried basil, fresh would be better, but thyme.
That face you made.
Red chili flakes, and a little bit of tomato paste. You wouldn't think you'd need this because we're already using so much tomato, but this just really intensifies the flavor, you know? If you like saute it with your vegetables and kind of like brown it a little bit, and then you deglaze the pan. So good. I will have shown how to make this in a previous video. This is a garlic herb sandwich loaf. So we're gonna use this to make grilled cheese, and I bought 3 different kinds of cheese recently. Provolone, smoked Gouda, and Parmesan. Keeping follow your heart in business. And I think I'm gonna use all 3 of them, right?
Oh yeah.
Gotta have grilled cheese to dip in your soup.
A little cheddar, day of cheddar on there too?
Before cheese. What if we post a recipe for this?
And it's just
on the blog.
Make this bread from a different recipe and then use store-bought cheeses.
Yes. All right. We're good.
Cheers. Does that mean you want me to stop?
Yeah. Okay, so we sliced our bread up. We did a nice little medium slice because we made grilled cheese. Was that yesterday?
Yes.
We made grilled cheeses yesterday to go with Eric's butternut squash soup. We're in a soup mood right now. And I think I made the bread too thick, and then the cheese to bread ratio was off. And I want the cheese to really like have its moment, so thinner bread.
All right, Jonathan Van Ness.
What'd you call me?
Jonathan Van Ness.
Oh.
The cheese just like really needs to like have its moment, okay?
It does. All right, so this is a couple tablespoons of butter.
really looks like you're not wearing pants, by the way.
Oh, I'm definitely wearing compression shorts. They're just extremely rolled up.
I like it.
All right, we're gonna soften this. And then we're gonna add the garlic and the tomato paste. Yes, tomato paste.
Did you go to Clemson?
No, I didn't. I've put Eric in charge of the grilled cheeses. You're comfortable with this, yes?
And I'm already eating the cheese.
Also, can I just sit? Which one are you eating? The provolone? I think they reformulated this. Look at it. It looks different and it smells a little cat food-like. Is it good?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I bought the Follow Your Heart Parmesan. I usually buy the Violife, but haven't been to Whole Foods in like over a month. Okay.
Good.
It's a little weird. Probably better melted. Okay.
All right. Nestle a little parm on there.
We're really going... Is the term full hog? So I added my garlic and a little bit of the tomato paste, and I've been sauteing this and stirring it pretty constantly for a couple minutes. You can see starting to get a little bit of buildup on the bottom here, and that's gonna add a lot of flavor. So now we're gonna add all the rest of our ingredients, but first a little bit of water and some of the vegan bouillon cubes to deglaze this. Start with 2 cups. Just because you can add, but you can't subtract. And kind of just scrape the bottom of the pan for all that good flavor.
All right, Babish.
We're gonna go in with our tomatoes now. You know, I want leftovers, so I think we're gonna do the full 3. All right, 3 cans, 3 14.5 ounce cans of tomatoes. We've put 2 cups of water in here. And each vegan chicken bouillon cube makes 2 cups of broth, so I'm going to add 1 bouillon cube in. Bouillon, we're going to go in with probably half a teaspoon of thyme. I like to be careful with thyme, it's very potent. I should have put these hot chili flakes in earlier when I was sauteing the vegetables, but I forgot. I'm going to add them now. 1 and a little fragment of bay leaf, teaspoon of basil, the rest of what we have here. Now we're gonna bring this up to a boil and then let simmer for like 20-ish minutes while we prepare the grilled cheeses. I think I'm gonna make a little side salad too with some arugula. I really like the combination of arugula and tomatoes. Our soup is boiling. I leave it uncovered just so that a little bit of the extra liquid can evaporate. I have it on medium-low. Eric is forwarding our grilled cheese agenda.
All right, so I threw these 2 in the microwave for like a minute total to get the cheese nice and melty, because the vegan cheese doesn't melt perfectly on the griddle.
Right.
You know?
It takes a while.
Because it's not real cheese. Yes.
So we gave it a head start in the microwave.
So it's getting a little melty in there, which is a good start. I'm going to butter the bottom side. I'm not skimping out on any butter. This is not a healthy dish. This is grilled cheese.
Yesterday we split 1 grilled cheese with
less cheese.
1 piece of cheese in it.
All right.
We're not kidding ourselves today.
This has been heating up. It's on medium heat. And I'm going to go ahead and go butter side down. Boom.
You did it. It's beautiful.
I'm going to come over here and butter the tops. So that when we flip them, they are nice and buttered.
Have you ever tried making grilled cheese with mayo instead of butter?
No, but I've heard that.
Yeah, I've seen that so many places and I don't think I've ever tried it.
No? I mean, it's got to be good, right?
I'm sure it's with a name like Smucker's.
There you go. I didn't put as much butter on the backside because
Love it.
I'm going to give her the old flip. Please stay together.
Nice. Them grill lines.
Right?
This is bubbling so aggressively. Beautiful. I usually put a cast iron pan on top of my sandwiches when I'm toasting them. You know?
Should I do that?
Manual panini press. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Just really compacts the sandwich.
Moving them closer. There you go.
I took the bay leaves out.
That was crazy-eyed.
We're gonna turn the heat down and use the immersion blender.
As long as you don't turn the yeet down.
I typically like to puree my soups in the Vitamix because I like them to be pretty smooth, but it just seems like a little bit of a hassle right now. So, immersion blender it is. I guess I'll leave a little bit of texture, right? A little chunky is okay.
I'm into it.
Right. So the last thing that I'm gonna do is add just a little bit of, I have some vegan half and half in the fridge. It's the one by Silk. I'm gonna add maybe like a half a cup of that. Usually I'll add like a little bit of coconut cream because I don't really mind the flavor of coconut. Plus it's not overwhelming in this because there's so much flavor. Or sometimes I'll add cashew cream, but since I have the half and half, I would just use that. Yeah. I'm just gonna stir it in at the very end though, because I find that if you cook it kind of curdles, but if you just stir it in at the end, it is usually fine. But this is optional, adding the cream. I just like how it makes the texture. It makes it a little bit more decadent, but it's totally fine without.
All right, these are done, and they're crispy and they're gooey.
We made a really simple salad. It's just arugula, a little bit of olive oil, balsamic vinegar, salt, and pepper. Get our greens in.
Just take a bite of the grilled cheese. Just take one bite. Is it great? Yeah.
Baby!
I didn't do it. Follow Your Heart did most of it, and you did the bread.
I'm so good.
I just put it in the microwave and toasted it.
Eric just put a lot more pepper flakes on his.
I took a bite of the grilled cheese, and I think it's the best grilled cheese I've ever had.
Vegan or not.
I don't remember eating grilled cheese. I don't remember making a good grilled cheese before I went vegan.
I only used to make it with Kraft Singles.
Yeah, that's kind of how I remember it too.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little of the soup.
You're gonna... I couldn't stop him, you guys. It was too late. Oh yeah, we're gonna go watch a Korean drama, right?
Yep.
Nice.
We got napkins already.
I can't get over...
How
Get
beautiful
over just
everything
how
is.
beautiful everything is.
Guys, I got her the best birthday presents. Because I can't take her anywhere right now, which I would usually do. Because of, the situation.
My birthday's in a couple weeks. Next week?
It's a week from tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
Got her the best presents. I can't wait to show you. I did good.
Hey guys, I'm wearing blue light glasses. We just watched the newest episode of Tiger King. We ate cookies and some pretzels and peanut butter for dessert. That's everything in this What I Eat in a Day video. I hope that you enjoyed. Thanks so much for sticking through it. Thanks again to Trade Coffee for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check out the link in the information box. First 100 people to click on it get 30% off their first bag and free shipping. And I don't know. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm exhausted. Have a lot of new vlogs coming in the upcoming week. I'll see you soon. Bye.